Aaron Light, right?
Yeah. And
man,
even he made it exciting.
Man, that minute long that lasted, I thought I could have finished, you know, twice each guy. It was exciting.
And back to Mike for the announcement.
This contest is scheduled for 5 rounds in the Dynasty Combat Sports Bantamweight Championship. Brought to you tonight by the United States Air Force A-High. And now, for all those watching on MMA Futures Live, and for those here in Omaha, Nebraska, are you ready for war? Introducing first, fighting out of the United States Air Force blue corner. This freestyle fighter is 5'6", weighing in 134.8 pounds. No professional record, 3 wins, 3 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Carney Combat and fighting out of Kearney, Nebraska, by way of Memorial San Diego, he is a former DC amateur flyweight champion, Delfino. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the rest from the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'5", weighing 132.4 pounds. No professional record, 7 wins, 5 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout, 2 by way of submission. Representing Mid-American Martial Arts and fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, he is the former DC amateur bantamweight champion, Ashton Caniglia. Welcome to the main event, Joe.
And here we go. Here we go, Mr. Weaver.
All right, main
This
event.
is what we came here for.
These men share a few knockouts and submissions between the two of them.
Yeah, and against each other.
And if you're new to the game, I guess, watching, this will be 5 5-minute rounds for the main event. So if they need it, we got 25 minutes of action.
Plenty of time to get it done.
You'll see a little different pace here coming into this too, right? That's a big step when you start taking main events.
Yeah. You can't have a crash in round 2 when you got 5 full ones to go.
You might see a lot of action these first couple rounds, or you might see them, you know, feeling each other out. They know they got 5 rounds. They trained for this.
Both of them good camps. I know Delfino's been a part of Ryan McDonald in the past. And Ashton's trained. Now he's at Mama's at the Mid-America. They've produced great fighters. And
both had, great camps, great opponents. They have just, like I said, they got a lot of experience, a lot under their belts. Fun to watch. Just nothing big here. Some nice little exchanges, feeling each other out. Looks like they are probably going to kind of ease into this first round here. Nice little leg kick by Fino there. Ooh, little hook kick. I like that. Nice right into a shot by Fino. Good defense by Ashton, though.
Ashton with a little more of a wrestling background, I feel like.
And I don't know if he defended it well, but I think Fino might have kind of realized, too, that he wasn't going to get that, and he backed out smart. He got Ashton to the ground there.
He dumped him with the tie and right.
Nice
kick to the
kick. I think a slip came with that. It wasn't really a knockdown, but Fino's looking good in the striking here. Nice
that
leg
land
kick.
Is solid enough to make a difference. They might score that, depending on who the judge is.
It was definitely, I mean, Fino's being the aggressor. Now, if you look at the cage control here, Ashton's kind of taking the center of the cage. He's keeping Fino on the
working
back
him
of his
up.
cage. But, like I said, that's not everything, though. I would definitely, so far, we're early in the round. We're a minute and a half in. So far, I'm going to say Fino's doing a good job leading this round, but it's early. It's real early. A few solid leg kicks by Fino. A couple little takedowns there. Short. I don't know if he'd score them as a takedown, but
and like you said, they're going to feel each other out. They're not going to go gangbusters. They've been in there too many times to know what can happen, what will happen, and what won't happen.
That's right. And it's fun to watch, too, especially these littler guys. You see that fast twitch, you know. Everything's just – I joke around with my wife sometimes when we're watching this. They look like cats in there fighting. They're so fast. I can never imagine being that fast in my reactions. And you'll see them kind of settle down, both in the nerves, and obviously you get a little more tired as it goes on.
This was a lightweight card. We didn't see no big boys.
Yeah, it really was. It was just that one amateur fight, I guess.
Which is all right with me because, like you said, I love watching them. They're scrappy.
And even though they're light, they've been cracking. Had some good shots.
I know Ashton has really been working on a stand-up out there at Mid-America. They have a big tie base and fundamentals.
Throwing a lot of that right leg there. Fino's doing a very good job judging the distance. If you notice, they're close, but he's able to just kind of step out of range on all those. Nice little slide out of range. Like to see him countering off that, but it's first round. They're getting the hang of it. Nice left hook by Ashton there. He's got Fino up against the cage.
Followed that first punch up, made a combo
out
of it.
Leg kick. Another one. Nice counter with Fino to get him off there. Another leg kick by Ashton, though.
He needs to come across from that other angle and change his side when he works that leg kick.
Yep. There you go.
Change his body direction there and shoot. Exactly.
Ashton
there we
gets
go.
the takedown there. He's got his legs. I think he's got the hands locked around the legs, too.
He's going to get. He's really good on the ground. You know, he's comfortable on the ground.
He's looking to vine those legs up, too. It looks like.
Extensive wrestling background.
See him grabbing on that far lat to pull himself up. The Wizard. Ashton's on his back, though. Smart by Fino to use that cage like that, though. Ashton almost had his back, and he used that cage kind of as a, you know,
roll him into it.
A cheater. Yep. Kind of help scrape that guy off your back.
Well, you got to, like you said, you got to train that.
Yep.
You got to train, like you're making people wall walk and everything else like that. That's a big part of it. Your environment, knowing your environment. Delfino with a nice combination.
Yes. The experience, like I said, it's showing already. These guys are, nothing's too wild. Ooh, solid leg kick by Fino
with a
there.
Solid leg kick.
He's
right
landed a few of those this round. You can see it, too. Ashton's wearing it on his leg. He's got the longer shorts, but you can see it. Nice high kick. Landed on the
both fighters
arm
looking
shoulder of Ashton.
Pretty even as far as the matchup so far. I mean, this could be a tie round coming from my judging abilities. Let's say I'm a pro at judging, but
nice high kick by Ashton there. Nice little combo to set that up too.
That was nice. Like he led with the hands, like you were saying in the you know the amateur fight.
Nice exchange, man. They're really exchanging in this last 10 seconds.
Oh, nice at the end of the bell.
Right at the bell. That was clean. It was clean. It was good. You're gonna get that if you get that action. Yeah, I don't know. Try to throw all any bias aside, right? Because I train with these guys a little bit, but I think I'm gonna go with Fino 10-9 that round. Like I said, he seemed to have the distance figured out a little better. Ashton was throwing.
Ashton got a takedown.
He did get it, yeah.
It was pretty
Fino
even.
had a couple little attempts there where he, like I said, just kind of dumped it and let him up or whatever.
It might come down to who has the better haircut in this one. They're that even. You know? I mean, they're that even.
It's good so far. I like it. And we'll see how it plays out, too, as they get more. You know, like I said, I thought first round, Fino had the distance figured out a little better, but Ashton might close in on that, too. He might, you know, make some reads, maybe his corner.
Seems like Delfino's kind of got a little better on the timing.
Yep.
He's catching.
But that takedown he got, too, yeah, if Ashton figures out that timing even, you know.
Well, right when we said it, we stopped. He changed his direction and he shot.
Everyone wants to be a warrior and throw down.
If he turns that into a strike,
to winning a fight.
If he turns that takedown into a strike, you could see a knockout. But he's got to throw it.
Mix it up, level change, overhand, whatever. All right, round 2. Glove touch. Pumping the jab by Ashton there.
Here in Ashton's corner, telling him just take it at his pace. The corner doesn't seem too worried about anything, and I don't think there's any reason to be worried from either of these fighters.
Both guys look to have plenty of gas still.
Or
That's a pretty high output first round, honestly. You know,
steady moving.
Sometimes you get too used to watching them UFC cards, you know, and you're like, but these guys are putting in work. Good output, nice body kick by Ashton there. Good return, look up the middle though.
Any given fight, you know, these guys compete with a lot of guys that are already competing in the UFC.
That's exactly. Yeah. So we got multiple people fighting for DC that, you know, got a shot or two and then they come back down.
Yeah.
I think people might have that misconception. You make the UFC and you just made it.
Right, right. There's levels. There's levels.
Uncle Dana's going to give you a shot or two, and you better make him happy or you're coming back. Ashton's working those body kicks a lot more this round.
He is. He's stepping up his kicking game a lot lately.
And as expected, it does look like he's figured the range out a little better.
Yeah.
Dino's not sliding out of range quite as easily this round.
You're right. It seems like he's got a better tap and go now.
It's more back and forth. I thought Fino landed more one-sided in that first round, but it's kind of a back and forth exchange now.
Yeah.
Another body kick by Ashton there.
You give one, I'll give one.
Yep. Nice
there you
level
go.
change
Nice.
again.
Yeah, and he changes.
Ducks Fino's left hook.
Changes his angle on the shot,
Got
and
the
he dumps it.
wrapped up, and he's down. Fino's down again, back against the cage. You see him digging that underhook, though. Let's see if he can work up from there.
And like I said, too, if Ashton can change that angle like he does on the shot and turn it into a hook or uppercut, you could see a knockout.
Yep. And that might come in the later rounds, too, you know. The more reads they make, the more your corner's seeing. They're seeing what we're seeing, right? It's a lot different when you're in there trying to think this stuff through while you're getting punched in the face, or trying not to get punched in the face.
And you can even tell by the expression on Delfino's face. It's just nothing surprises him. He's been here before.
Very calm. This is something we work a lot with. I mean, Carney is just a big wrestling background. You know, you got UNK, great wrestling program. Even the high school in Carney is just stud wrestlers.
Working the wall, body position, Jason Brills type fighting.
Yep.
The Hitman, he's from
Omaha too.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, they work a lot of this. They work a lot of this cage work. This is kind of their bread and butter. So we're seeing some good work here. Fino was able to get back to his feet from the cage. Ashton still got him pinned up against the cage with good pressure. Not a lot of shots or damage, but he's definitely making Fino work here. Good head position. You can see Ashton pummeling
that head. He gets him standing up like that.
Jaw.
That's the time you want to step away, throw an elbow.
Yep.
Square back up.
That nice break in the action.
And there he goes, right as we said it. Trying to work it in.
Yep. See Fino split the hips here. This is a big thing they work on.
Nice underhook there, and he's staying composed. Just wants to stand him up.
Feed those hips, pull that underhook. Right.
How much energy is Ashton exerting by putting him up against cage, or is Delfino resting?
If Fino wasn't doing what he's doing, Ashton wouldn't be working too hard. But the way he's feeding that hip like that and he's pulling on the underhook, Ashton's putting in a lot of work to keep that pressure there. If he lets that pressure up, I mean, Fino's going to be out of there.
He's just
so they're both, yeah, they're both working hard here for that position. That head pressure there by Ashton, though, is he needs to keep that up.
Little ear rubbing.
Get that head position under that jaw. You see Fino drop his level, and he'll try to beat that head position. Right. Framing off the hip, working that underhook.
I think, you know, I feel like Ashton maybe needs to trust his striking a little more because, he, like you said, he was really getting a distance and a rhythm there.
He was looking a lot better this round
striking. And you hate to see him gas himself going
Mm-hmm.
back to what he thinks he already knows.
Yep, burning those shoulders out, working this, right?
Remember your last camp you worked because that's when you're fighting with.
Right. And Fino's, well, they both probably are, you know, a lot stronger than the last time they fought. Fino was the flyweight champion as an amateur. He's a bantamweight now, and you can see it on him. You know, if you've seen him fight for a while and followed him, he's filled out. You know, we're getting old, getting that old man muscle about us. I know I ain't seeing lightweight anytime soon.
Right? No. Maybe in a sumo match, I'd weigh in somewhere in the middle.
And they break off the cage. They're back to the center exchanging now. Ashton, yeah, to be expected. They're both showing it on their faces, but Ashton's definitely looking a little winded here.
Delfino sees he's tired. He's going for the body.
Big left. Nice. Ooh, little scrappy there at the end. I don't know
if to be expected. You're fighting for a belt.
Yeah. I don't know if it's anything personal. I think
we can be friends when we're done.
Yeah, that was an intense last 10 seconds there. That was good. Good work. I don't know. Ashton had it on the fence for quite a while there in the stand-up.
Ashton had control, but
gosh, that was close in the stand-up.
We're neck to neck. I wouldn't want to be a judge in this fight.
It could be.
I'm glad we're sitting where we are.
Yeah. That could be one round apiece. Honestly, that could be 2 rounds either fighter, depending on where you're watching from as a judge.
I'm going to take this time to remind everybody to make sure you go to MMAFutures.com. Read the articles. They got some real intelligent people who've been doing this for a long time. If you're an MMA junkie like me or my friend Weaver, it's very interesting to stay up on their website.
Yes.
See the next up and coming. Dynasty Combat Sports here in Omaha, Nebraska, giving us a wonderful show, and this is tonight's main event.
Kicking off round 3 of the main event, Delfino, Benitez, and Ashton Caniglia. So you see right away here, you see Fino looks to be slipping out of that range a little bit again. Yep.
And they're similar fighters, you know. They're both kind of, I think, grapplers by trade, but adapted to stand up rather well. They're a mirror image of each other.
You see Fino popping that jab out there. Now, one thing you might notice here is if you watch that first round, remember how I said Fino seemed to be the aggressor, but he did have his back to the cage a lot.
Yeah.
Roles have reversed.
Now he is starting to change his angle and throw a punch instead of a takedown. So let's see if he can land something big. I think he's starting to smell with the...
And he's almost being forced to cut those angles and circle with the way Fino's got his back on the cage now. Fino slipped there.
He doesn't want to chase him.
Right.
And Delfino definitely doesn't want to change his game plan.
Kick by Ashton.
Too much.
No.
To start adapting to Ashton's fight, you know.
And you hear Ashton's corner yelling at him too to stay off that cage, right? He's trying to throw these kicks and everything from his back to it.
It makes it a lot easier. That body.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for Fino to If you're that guy pressuring in the cage, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. You know, you've got that little bit of an advantage. Ashton doing good countering. Back to the center of the ring, cage.
Straight chess match right now.
It is. It's back and forth. Fino's working that leg. So is Ashton. They're both working the legs really well. Nice little body shot by Ashton. He slid a few of those in there this round now. They're slipping right under that elbow of Fino. Oh,
I want to remind everybody,
cup shot maybe.
Benitez did take this fight on very short notice. He stays ready. He's in the gym. He's ready for the call at all times. That's respectable.
Nice.
Ashton's trained very hard for this opportunity.
Another thing to look for here, I mentioned Ashton is landing those body shots with that left leg pretty well. If you notice, Fino's in an orthodox stance with Ashton in that southpaw, right? That opens up the body on both guys. You're both kind of equally vulnerable there to those body shots with that rear leg, which is a monster if used correctly.
Ashton needs to do a touch and go fire.
Flying knee from Fino. I don't know how solid that
he's going to let
lasted.
Fino get back in the rhythm, and Delfino's looking for that opportunity to get back in rhythm right now. He's looking hungry again. He's starting to be the hunter.
Yeah. The pace has picked up. They've definitely figured each other out.
Delfino's tough. I mean, he's tough as nails, you know?
Yeah. And it's still very close. It's almost harder to judge right now because they're moving a lot faster. It's like a high, fast-paced sparring almost. Give you a few, you give me a few. Ashton's got Fino against the cage though. Fino's digging for that guillotine.
I just don't like it if I'm Ashton's corner. The exhaustion, you know, he's just giving Delfino time to rest. How's that going to affect him in the later rounds is what I'm wondering.
And you see Fino's breathing here. He's really not breathing that hard. I can't see the angle on Ashton to see how he's doing, but
we know Ashton is very well conditioned.
Big deep breath from Fino. He's kind of using this time to really just chill. The way he's anchoring on that head and across the back with that underhook, he's kind of, you know, anchoring yourself in there.
Putting some weight on and making him
kind of hang out for a second or two, which seems like a long time when you're 3 rounds into a championship fight. Ashton's got his back now, throwing some knees.
Ashton's a worker. Yeah. He's a worker,
man. You might not think that's much, but I don't know, when you were a kid, you know, and if you had a sibling that would elbow you or punch you, Charlie Horse. Those knees to the back of that thigh add up. I'm sure Fino's feeling that right now. And then, sagging his weight down. You see Ashton. Fino's right back up, though. But he did well dragging him down like that. Beating that thigh up like that, and then sagging that weight, making Fino carry all that weight.
Creating just one weak spot in the game, so he's got an angle to take advantage of.
And he got him to the ground again.
And he's got him back on the ground. Delfino's quick to get back up, though.
Back up. Careful to not let him jump the back. See, look how quick he... See, they've been, working this a lot. Very quick to pummel that underhook. Great work.
Right to the position.
Great work on Fino. Nothing away from Ashton. He's doing great work as well. This is an exciting fight to watch off the cage. Round 3 is
maybe not as exciting to people at home, but if people have been doing this a long time, this is about as good as it gets.
And they're always looking at damage too, like Ashton there. You know, he's throwing them knees to the butt, the back of the thigh.
Looking to hurt somehow.
25 minutes is a long time when you're taking even the smallest of shots, you know? You got to think these guys are cutting weight. You're tired. There's stress. There's dehydration.
They're working full time. They're training full time.
10, 12 of them shots in the back of the thigh. Maybe that doesn't hurt so bad right now, but what about in 5 minutes when that starts cramping up, you know?
Your body starts depleting that water. You already got a big Charlie horse on your leg, and this guy wants to keep punching me there.
Everything's a target when you're in
Everything's a target.
I remember back in the day when I was still at Lincoln MMA, Dwight Joseph.
Yeah.
We were in there sparring, and I had his back, and I kind of did that. We were on the ground. He was turtled up, and I started just hitting him in the back of the butt with my knee. And he looked at me, said something. Our coach was like, "What the hell is that?" He goes, "Well, does it hurt?" "Yeah." "Move."
There you go. Another one of my favorite people in the MMA world.
It's legal.
Dwight Joseph. If you're watching, buddy, we love you. Here we go, round 3. And what is a chess match?
Ashton comes out, trying to stay in his face right away.
Chess match to top off a wonderful night of fights. And this one is not disappointing us at all.
The output is increasing with every round.
Yeah.
Nice kick
It's almost
up the
like
middle
they get warmed up.
Good body kick. Blocked by Fino pretty well there, though. Good feints by Fino, making him think. You can tell those kicks, you know, that's another thing. You beat that leg up. Not only the damage, but just the reaction you get out of it.
Yeah.
You see that more in these higher level fights.
Absolutely.
Like we said before, it's a chess match, right? Whatever I do the first 2 or 3 times might not matter. We'll see how you're reacting to that.
And you're looking at everything. You're looking at your opponent's facial expressions. You're looking at their body movements, their arm winces, how their steps are taken, trying to figure out what you've hurt already.
Nice level change by Ashton and a great sprawl by Fino.
I like that he backed out of it though instead of instead of getting caught under the.
He bailed smart there.
Yep.
Fino's got him against the cage here again. But kind of retreating, bringing it back to the center of the cage.
You hear his corner saying right down the pipe, but that's kind of back to what I was saying before. You know, he's circling, he's changing his angle, come back and throw it right down the pipe, as opposed to he was shooting the takedown right down the pipe. Now throw the punch right down the pipe. Same concept, just different angle, different part of the body, and you rock it.
Another good takedown attempt from Ashton off of a few shots there. That's another thing you'll notice the difference. Look how Fino pummels both of those hands in that underhook. That's another great strategy to beat that shot there when they got their back against the cage.
Be a time that Ashton's looking for a short trip, but he's got to get him off the cage to do it, and that's what he's going for right there.
Good, and they're back in the middle.
Almost like we've seen it happen before.
Yep.
Great fighter, both men drenched in sweat, dripping sweat, and they're not stopping.
Circles out. Ashton kind of charges Fino into the cage there, but they circle back out to the center. He's coming a little short on those kicks again.
This is for a belt, buddy. And whoever wins this is taking home some jewelry.
And another thing I've noticed Fino picked up on is that last round, Ashton was kind of landing those body shots with that left kick a lot.
Yeah.
Fino seems to read it a little better now. You see him dropping that elbow. Not so much dropping the elbow, but, you know, crunching into it a little better. Because Ashton was doing a really good job at sneaking him right under that elbow. Back into the cage.
He tried to throw him, or Ashton smart dropped his knees before he got launched. And
Fino's feeding the hips well. You can see Ashton trying to work to connect those hands.
It's such a close fight right now.
He's got those
it could go either way on the cards.
It is.
It could go either way at this point.
Back to a single leg by Ashton. He had the hands locked up, just fingertips. Fino's doing a great job fighting that off. You can see him sagging over, working the underhook.
There you go.
Changing the level by Ashton. That's good, getting under those hips.
He's just got to finish it.
Just great technique by both fighters right here against the cage. This is such a high-level chess match. See Fino taking a deep breath. There, Ashton sucks the hands together. Yep, once he's able to connect those hands.
Now that's going to score. In a match like this, that's going to score.
Yep, and right back up by Fino, though, but Ashton jumps the back this time.
Nobody's been rocked too hard. There hasn't been no devastating punches.
Very technical.
This is going to come down to every takedown. This is going to come down to every
punch. These are big. And as a wrestler, too, normally I favor takedowns and stuff, but I will say Fino has done well at kind of nullifying them, you know. Ashton keeps landing them. It'd be better if, on Ashton's side, if he could land those in the center of the cage is what we really need to see if he wants to hold him down and keep him there.
Or change that shot to a punch, I keep saying. I just want to see it happen once.
Change that angle, and especially as many as he's landed now, maybe we'll see that in the fifth round, you know. Faking that shot a little more and coming with a big overhand or something.
I think, you know, when he gets the chance to go back and watch this tape, he's going to see how he had a lot of those avenues open.
Yep.
But that grappler mentality kind of talks you out of taking that shot.
And if you can hear the reaction from the crowd, the big O's, you can see Ashton there was landing some pretty good knees to the right leg inside the thigh of Fino there.
And it's hurting. You can tell by the way.
Yep.
He's on his. He's got
the rear leg at least, so you know it's not that lead leg he's on pressure. Another good level change by Ashton.
Great stop. The ref is on top of it. We got great reffing tonight.
Yeah, we're going into the fifth round, and especially after that last fight, I don't know.
This is how a night like tonight should end. Fifth round.
It could be 2-2,
high
4-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to say Fino, obviously, because I love Fino. I train with him, but man, I don't know.
I wouldn't bet a paycheck on it.
No.
No.
I ain't betting you a beer on it. I ain't gonna bet you $1.
Dynasty Combat Sports, Omaha, Nebraska, everybody. They've got a whole list of events coming up all over Nebraska. So make sure you get to their website, check them out, see where your favorite fighters are competing. We got the lovely lady walking around with a round number 4. Is it 5?
We're going into the fifth round.
There we go.
I'm excited to see the adjustments we might see here.
I'm excited. I'm finally learning my numbers.
We'll work on 10 next week.
All right. One day at a time. Fifth and final round.
Here we go.
All right, MMA fans, this is it.
Good show of respect, a hug between the fighters. No one is really breathing that hard for being 20 minutes in here.
Well conditioned.
You know, Fino took it on short notice. Ashton's a gamer. Like, man, they're both working hard. Yeah,
they're amazing.
It has not been a slow-paced 20 minutes.
Exchanging. They both look like professionals. They're fighting like professionals.
Hell, I'm getting winded commentating.
Yeah, I feel more tired than they are during this match.
Ashton's picking up the pace here this round as well. See him throwing a lot more leg kicks. That one landed.
And he's a gamer. He wants this bad. He's been training for it.
So there we go.
You would expect to see him come heavy. There you go. Leave nothing to the judges if possible.
There you go.
But I don't think they're going to have a choice in this fight unless somebody lands something.
Tough. Getting slick, so your odds of seeing a submission are going down a lot in this fifth round, typically. You know, especially with smaller guys, even more so. But in the fifth round, it's a lot less likely to see a big knockout too. You're getting tired. Your shoulders are hurting. But we'll see. It could happen. I guess look at Leon Edwards.
Right.
Anything can happen.
You've seen a little bit of that tonight. Anything happening?
There we go. Nice little kick up the middle from Fino. Ashton's putting the pressure on a little more this round. I feel like the last 2, maybe 3 rounds, Fino's kind of controlled the center of the cage, and Ashton seems to be doing so. However, I almost think Ashton almost does better with his back against the cage for the fact that his takedowns are there.
And that might, that might be some of his grappling background.
When Fino gets the pressure in him, he's able to shoot that shot.
A little bit of slippage there by Ashton on a lunging jab.
Fino kind of looks in a little rhythm here, popping that jab. Whiff that one. Oh, slipped across though.
Solid.
Good shot by Ashton. Level change.
Single leg.
On a good single. Fino stuffing the
single leg takedown.
There we go. He's got the head between the legs.
He's definitely got. He's got the majority of the takedowns, and that could win the fight.
He switched his head to the outside, which I don't know if was a good move. Fino's jumping to that guillotine. He looks to be under the chin. It's not comfortable. I know that. No. Now he's got Ashton against the cage. He taps. Fino gets the finish.
Wow.
Wow.
Just
as we were saying, we probably wouldn't see a finish in the 5th round.
Oh, just
awesome.
In the wrong position.
As soon as I saw Ashton switch that head to the outside on the single, I was questioning that decision a little bit. I don't know if he's going for maybe a crackdown there, but Fino made him pay.
I'm going to let you go ahead after this fight and talk to Ashton a little bit. And Man, it's just heartbreaking to see it go like that, you know. Either way, no matter who you're working.
What a performance by both guys.
The only disappointment I have in that fight is I kind of want to see what the cards were scored.
Right. Well, MMA Futures is going to be in Kansas City at the Synergy FC show in the Memorial Hall in Kansas City. You're going to want to see that one. You got Mo Green versus Zeb Vincent. Now, Mo Green is good friends with the rapper that everybody knows and loves down there in Kansas City in Tech 9. And so he sells about 7,000 tickets. So if you can make it to that show, that's going to be a good one to make it at. And as far as me, I'm going to go ahead and let Weaver sign us off. I am Jake the Pioneer Kurtz. It has been a privilege to be back with you folks tonight. All the guys from Dynasty. Let's give it up to Big Mike Kendall.
Bond out with American Express, man. Oh, fuck you up. Then bond out with cash. All right? Let me borrow 50,000 though, really. I just need a small.
Ladies and gentlemen,
give me a 3%, I got you.
2 minutes, 27 seconds into the fifth and final round of the Quarterback Town of the Guillotine Show. And new DC middleweight champion, wow, man. What a
This motherfucker worry about getting making sure y'all beat him up too fast to get the rematches. You know, we got to figure it out. That motherfucker's a nerd for boxing. That mother boy spins it. People don't understand how bad it is. I wish this shit was he's a fucking 6'7", 7'8". I want to do early, man. I'm going to promote that shit still. Knock that motherfucker out soon. Guess what? He gonna win a rematch. He wins as a fluke. Yeah, you told me that. I know this guy. I don't know the other guy you say, but I know this guy. Wow. That's my move.
Congratulations to your new DC middleweight champion.